Hey kids, it's Englentine with part 2 of Marvel vs. DC. I'm pretty sure you've already seen Chef Jack's version with the books that he reviewed. If you haven't, go check that out after this. And the rules are the same here. 1 star is horrible, 2 stars bad, 3 stars average, 4 stars good, and 5 stars excellent. After that, we add up the scores and average them out to see who is the best publisher for the week. So without further ado, let's get this party started. And I guess I was the lucky one because I had no 1-star books this week, so I'm just going to go right ahead and start with the 2 stars. The 2-star books are merely bad. There might be some saving grace that keeps them from being truly horrible. Well, this is disappointing. Thor Ragnarok Prelude is the Hulk movie so far. And I'm wondering if it's going to do the Hulk and then the 2 Thor movies just to fill out the entire thing. But yeah, I mean, this is literally starts off from where the army goes into the soda factory to retrieve Bruce Banner, and he fights them, and it leads all the way up to the point of the movie where they're on the college campus, and it ends as the Hulk jumps out of the window and he's ready to attack the army. So next issue should start with him and the army fighting, because this is exactly a retelling of the Hulk story. Is it horrible? No. I actually like the Hulk movie, but I was looking for something a little more original. Green Arrow number 26 is a team-up between Flash and Green Arrow, obviously. You can tell that by the cover. And the cover's okay. What is going on inside is apparently there's been an outbreak of Speed Force, so to speak. It's just going crazy in the outside world, and it's affecting things. At one point there's an egg, and it goes through the whole process, becomes a bird, the bird speeds off, animals are affected, everything is getting the Speed Force. So the Flash and Green Arrow end up teaming up. That's after they do the whole, oh, I'm not teaming up with you, oh, you should team up with me. No, I'm not going to do. And then, of course, they do. They go through that. And really, the book is not good. Or at least I didn't think so. I thought it was kind of crap. It's mainly because of the dialogue. Although it was interesting to find out that the Justice League doesn't want Green Arrow in the Justice League because they think he's a jerk. I thought that was interesting. But overall, in this book, the Green Arrow is actually a jerk, and it's just an unpleasant book to read. Bane Conquest number 3. So we have Batman giving Bane some venom so he could be super strong and he could burst through. They can find the guy that's behind is basically just a face in a robot body. And Bane, he says, hey, don't you go crazy, Bane. And Bane does go crazy, and the robot body that Batman gets to says, hey, you know, you're not the angel you think you are. You let Bane go kill them so you can do your own thing. And then Bane does kill everybody, gets to Mr. Robot Body, and he says, all right, now I'm going to kill you. And Batman says, hey, I'm not going to let you kill him. And they fight, and then Batman finds a helicopter and flies away for no reason. That's it. I'm serious. That is the whole story. Spoiler alert. But, I mean... Batman is so out of character here. If he wanted to save Mr. Robot Face, then why did he just decide that once he found a helicopter he's going to fly away? You would think he would still stay in pursuit of Bane, but no. They have to continue the fact that it's a Bane miniseries, so they write Batman out of character. Sorry guys, not very good. The 3-star books. Now these are the ones that are average. They didn't elicit a response from us, good or bad. Black Bolt number 3. Now, Black Bolt has been consistently good. Well, at least the last 2 issues. What can I say? It's consistent. But it has been one of the best things Marvel produces. And I understand that's not a tall ladder to climb, but it is a fact of the matter. That being said, while Black Bolt is usually written well, and it's exciting, it's been fun, the art is the weak spot. This issue was just poorly paced. It had it was front loaded with action and excitement. They get their powers back. They've been stuck in this prison where the powers are dampened. They get them back, and it's a raw moment. And after that, we got like 4 or 5 pages worth of dialogue. It's just walking and talking, and it's dull. It just drags everything down. Now it picks up at the end, but by that time I gotta say I was disinterested. Deathstroke number 21, the first part of the Dark Titans Defiance. That's what the team is called here, with a black and white. I'm not a big fan of the outfits, to tell you the truth, but I guess that's the direction they're going to go in for a while. I can't imagine them changing the iconic Deathstroke costume for much longer. What is going on here is Deathstroke's kind of found religion after his little blowout with the Titans, and he is wanting to fight on the side of the Angels. And his wife here has decided to put together a team with him at the head of it. This is, of course, met with resistance, but in the end, of course, they agree, and Deathstroke ends up being the leader of it. If you like the characters, you're going to like the book, because there's not a lot of action in it. It's all, this is this person, that's that person. Get to meet them, because from here on in, we're going to be a team. Nightwing number 24 is one of those comic book issues that I really kind of dig, but upon 4 seconds worth of thinking, not even that much, it falls apart. Like, he fights a whole bunch of villains. He's running away from the battle that Blockbuster put him through. And he's taking out villains that took issues and whole storylines to take out previously. And he's doing it in a manner of panels. So on one hand, it's a very exciting story, but on the other, yeah, really? Because he takes out Magog in a panel. Magog's a Superman villain. But he's sitting there talking about, well, Batman made me do my homework and discover who these people are and what their weaknesses are, so forth and so on. So the inner monologue as the action is going is pretty good. And it does sell the ridiculousness of the story. Secret Empire Brave New World number 3. So we got 3 stories in this one. One is a Spider-Man story where Kraven the Hunter comes looking for Spider-Man at the Daily Bugle. And we do get a spider in that. And it is entertaining enough. Number 2 is the story of Starbrand, and he's stuck behind the shield with Captain Marvel and the gang. And I was surprised to see that the new universe is bleeding over into the regular universe. I don't know if this happened before. All I do know is this means that we may get a reboot of the Kickers Inc. comic book, so that would be awesome. And then we have the Namor story, which this wasn't completely cringe. Namor acted like Namor. I appreciated it. Overall, the book is average. It's not amazing, but it was not bad, and that's a step up for Secret Empire Brave New World. All New Wolverine number 22. So Laura wakes up from a coma she was put in after she helped cure the disease from last issue. Now, for some reason, they're saying she cured everybody, but it was all the healers that did it. And that kind of confused me, why they were just giving the credit to one. But that's nitpicking. That's not really an issue. So they've decided that, okay, once the disease is cured here, the ship came from somewhere, so they might as well go back into space. They get the Guardians of the Galaxy to take her into space. And when they get there, we find out the real villains behind the whole thing, or at least one of the big villains. And it works. It's not a horrible issue, but it did invoke memories and nostalgia for an old story that I think I want to do an I Love Comics kind of thing on. And this one is cool, and it ends on a decent cliffhanger. The 4-star books. Now we're getting to the good stuff, the stuff we can actually recommend. Champions number 10, the controversial issue, where they break into an internment camp for Inhumans and try to get them to go out. But it turns out some of them don't want to leave, and the Champions can't understand it. Of course, some people get institutionalized, and some see that while the world is in flux because of Nazi Captain America, they're actually being well taken care of, and they don't have to run and forage and basically live on the lam. Instead, they're well taken care of in this neighborhood. So some people choose not to go, and this is a cause of drama and tension, especially for Miles Morales. This book raises a lot of questions. It's not as offensive as one might think, and I think overall it's one of Champion's best issues. I was surprised at this one. Injustice 2, Chapter 13. It's the day of Green Arrow and Black Canary's wedding. Everybody's excited. It's a character issue, mostly. We have a great scene between Blue Beetle and Bruce Wayne in a funeral. There's just a lot of fun here. Once again, it's a character issue. There's not a lot of action. There's not a lot of fight scenes or anything. As a matter of fact, there is one fight scene between Wildcat and Black Canary that takes place completely off panel. But it's still entertaining. I like the dialogue. I like the characters themselves. And the final page, the final big cliffhanger ending, is pretty cool. So, I mean, there's not much to dislike about this book. Spider-Man number 18. So this is the follow-up. I mean, it starts right after the last issue ended. And in this one, you have Gold Balls just jump in, save Miles Morales and Bombshell from Hammerhead. And then, that's just a couple of pages at the beginning. The rest of it is them dealing with it with Miles Morales' mother at a hospital. And the dialogue is really good. The story is very good. I'm surprised because I've always been like, oh my gosh, there's just too many Spider-Men. But I enjoy this book. And one thing I really, really felt and kind of connected to was the fact that the fat guy with the weird name saved the day, and then the girl looks at him and says, "But look, Spider-Man saved me." It's kind of the Galaxy Quest thing, with the Captain Talbot saved us, and what's his name with the Alan Rickman characters, like, oh great, another one I don't get credit for. But anyway, I loved that part. It was just heartbreaking. It was real. It was a very good moment. And I gotta say that this comic, it surprised me. I like this one a lot. Batman number 26, The War of Jokes and Riddles continues. This is basically a recruitment issue. You have the Joker and Riddler going about talking to people, and at the end, of course, we see that hey, they're actually recruiting people, and the Riddler here is talking to Poison Ivy. There's one very good scene in this book that I love. It's with the Joker, where he's just sitting at this mobster's desk, and I don't want to ruin it. If you've read it, you know it's awesome. If you haven't read it, check it out, because it is that scene alone is worth the price of admission. The mobster comes in and tries to tough talk him, and he just explains what he has on his desk, and it is just really cool. It's told in flashback, so we know that nobody's going to die here. However, the journey is definitely worth it. The 5-star books, the best of the best for at least this week. These are the ones that are at the top of the heap. Superman number 26, Brains vs. Brawn, is one. I mean, this whole book is a reason why I love the Superman titles. I like the Action Comics, but Superman just seems to focus on the family element of the Superman books a lot more. In this case, we have Superman trying to teach Superboy how to be a better superhero. And of course, Superboy, being a kid, wants to do his own way, show that he's his own person, and by doing that, he makes a lot of mistakes. And it's just juxtaposing how Clark Kent was raised by Pa Kent and how John Kent is being raised by Clark. And it makes for a really good book. It's a very good story, well told, a lot of action, a lot of dialogue, a lot of character. It's just, I love this book. I love the whole title. Superman has just been a great book. So there you go. Those are the reviews. Let's tally up the scores. DC Comics had 2 2-stars, 2 3-stars, 2 4-stars, 1 5-star for a score of 23. I reviewed 7 DC Comics for an average of 3.28. Marvel, on the other hand, had 1 2-star, 3 3-stars, 2 4-stars for a score of 19. I only reviewed 6 Marvel Comics for an average of 3.17, giving DC the win again, however, by a very narrow margin this time around. But there you go, kids. Those were my reviews and scores. What did you think? Do you agree with the reviews? Disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, and if you like this new format with me and Chef Jack doing separate but shorter videos, let me know in the comments below on that one also. And if you like this video, you want to see more like this, just click like, share, and don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss anything else. And if you made it this far, then you like what we do, and we appreciate that. So if you don't mind, go on over to Patreon, drop $1 into the till. I'd like to thank those who already did that: our anonymous donor, Mr. DB, Patriot Cat, Sky Roseboom, and the first one, Jesse Novacek. Thank you all for helping and supporting us. And to everyone, thank you very, very much for watching.